Here's how I'm reparenting my inner child at 30. Now, this whole topic of the inner child is a very kind of ambiguous one, and people don't really know ultimately what it really even is. And your inner child, it doesn't really matter how you picture it, but the way I picture it is it's essentially this like collapsed inner self that just never had the safety and security growing up that it needed from its environment to be able to survive and thrive and to be able to unlock your brain and unlock your actual like hidden abilities. And I'm not just talking about like clairvoyance, but just the ability to like speak freely, the ability to like associate things, the ability to build things, the ability to actually execute on things that you need to execute on. And what I have been doing is I'm realizing that I have this inner child, and around it, I have all of these really bad voices. Now, the inner child for me doesn't really speak. It's the emotional self in me. It rages, it hurts, it's in pain, it suffers, but it doesn't really speak. And when it does, it's just in a few short phrases. I can make it speak, but by and large, it's not the voice in my head. These are my emotions. That's what I associate with my inner child. And what I've noticed is there is this like whole council of these negative voices around it that aren't really attached to emotion so much, but they whisper in my ear. They tell me I'm bad. They tell me I'm not so good. They tell me I can't do this. They tell me I can't do that. They tell me all sorts of negative things. They're right now telling me that you don't want to watch this. They're telling me all sorts of things that may or may not be true, and sometimes they are. But what I've noticed is what I can do is, if these voices are in my head, what I've begun to do is I'm actually bringing in my own set of heroes, and I'm bringing these guys in, and I'm getting them to actually talk to the inner child, and I'm getting them to push away these negative voices, these voices of the inner critic. And by pushing it away and by actually talking well with the inner child, I'm able to essentially start to reparent it. I've noticed that my emotional self is able to respond to things a lot differently because it now feels more like it has that safety and security, and all that I really shifted is which voice I'm listening to.